morning everyone and welcome back. It's another day here in Japan and we are going to be doing some stuff today. Mainly just house stuff, of course. It's actually already lunchtime-ish. Well, I'm getting ready for lunch as we speak. So for lunch today, I am going to make some onigiri as well as some nikuman. And that's rice balls and meat buns, pretty much. But I'm not making the meat buns by hand. I'm not that good, no. While we wait for the rice to cook, it's nail cutting time. Yeah, you wanna help? You wanna help me? You can help me. Maybe not the whole thing, yeah? Maybe just that piece. Ready? Push. Yeah, ready? Push. Yeah? Can we do your other hand? Yeah? You want to practice being left-handed too? Maybe you can be ambidextrous. Yeah? Can you say hello? Oh, you tried. Hello. No? Okay. How about, can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. No? How about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. No? No. No? Yeah, why do you have your hand in my shirt, huh? So these are the nikuman that I usually pick up at the store. They're really easy to cook in the microwave. And yeah, these are just plain old meat buns. They do have a pizza one. And they also have an bean one, which is like the sweet red beans. So, yeah. But I'm not a big fan of the red bean. And the pizza one is good, but there's definitely not as much cheese in it as I would like. So it's kind of like, I'd rather just get all meat. I take a little bit of water and I just pat some water on top so that they have a little bit of water to steam with. The last part, you just cover them in plastic and you stick them in the microwave to basically re-steam them. So yeah, all done. All done. Now I just have to get this out without burning myself. So it's onigiri time! I have rice that I have enough to make at least 4 onigiri. I have my furikake, or just a seasoning mix that I'm going to put into the rice. I have some water, because your hands have to be wet to make onigiri. And as well as some shoyu or soy sauce. My furikake is pretty simple. It is sesame with seaweed, pretty much, like dried seaweed flakes. To sprinkle this on, and I'm just going to give this a quick stir to make sure all of the furikake is incorporated. I actually really like this furikake more than others that I've had. Not sure why, but I do. I'm going to take my water and I'm going to wet my hands very well. And yeah, I'm going to take 1/4 of my rice and put it in my hand, pretty much. It shouldn't be too sticky. If it's sticking to your hands too much, you need more water on your hands. So, yeah. And you just kind of work into an onigiri shape. One is down. Yay. And on to the next. And for the last two, I'm actually going to use the soy sauce as flavoring. And instead of putting water on my hands, I'm going to put the soy sauce on my hands, which will give it the soy sauce flavor. Because you don't want it to mix in too much, but just on the outside to give it a flavoring. And if you're using white rice, it'll actually give it a little color as well. I'm using brown rice, which is why it probably looks a little weird to some people. Are like, that looks really like mushy, or yeah, it's because it's brown rice. And you just pick it up and eat it. Yeah. Ta-da! Like this. Your turn. Itadakimasu, it's lunchtime. Now that lunch is done, yay! I can move on to preparing the salt dough for Mary. Yes. So that after she wakes up from her nap, we can just make the ornaments and be done with it. Yes. If you're curious on what recipe I'm using, I'm actually using this recipe from Pinterest. And this recipe here, really, it's not technically salt dough. It's going to be a not salt dough, but salt dough recipe kind of thing. Meaning it's supposed to be like salt dough, but salt dough is not white when you finish preparing it. It's actually like a cream color, and I don't want that. I want it to be white, but I don't want to have to add paint to it to make it white. So I'm going to be using this recipe, which is supposed to come out white without having to add paint to it. And another side note, I'm only making half a recipe because I don't need that much dough in my life. I'm not making a ton of ornaments or a ton of stuff. I literally want to make like maybe 2 or 3 ornaments, and that's it. So I'm actually going to half this recipe to make sure that I don't make too much. I have my baking soda and cornstarch here, and I'm just going to add 1/3 cup of water because I'm halving the recipe, remember. And we're going to put this over some heat. Yes, we do have to heat this up to make it form the dough. It's going to boil, and you have to constantly stir it or else it will burn, and eventually it will turn into this nice cohesive dough. Okay, I have just put the dough into a dry bowl of some kind, and it's actually still really hot if you can't see the steam, but it's really soft and it's perfect. Yes, so excited. Just gotta let it cool off now, and it's ready for Mary. Yay! You ready? You ready to touch? Ready? Touch! Ooh, so good! Mommy! Mommy! Jing! Daddy! Go, go, go! Oh, good job! Nice! Ready? Boom! Oh. So we did make 2 ornaments that I liked. And we'll see how they turn out. We have to now bake them at 170 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 1 hour. Okay, I have them in the oven now, and we'll see how they turn out. I really hope they turned out. I did choose a design that was like fingerprints, and then we turn them into snowman by painting on the details. So yeah, we'll have to do that a little later when Mary is not around to destroy everything. But I did have a lot of dough left over, even though I halved it. Like, yeah, it's still quite a bit. One thing about this recipe is that the dough actually gets really dry pretty quickly. So after you make it, I would definitely recommend making your ornaments right away and not waiting like I did, because I had to wait a couple of hours for Mary to wake up. But I definitely don't recommend that. I recommend just doing it right away. Otherwise the dough gets really kind of crusty almost, because it's starting to dry out like it's supposed to. So yeah, there's that for you. Snack time! Which one do you want, mommy or daddy? Jagarico or cookie? Jagarico, Jagarico. Oh. Cookie snack wins. Jagarico for me. My oven just beeped, so let's take a look at these. They look pretty good, yeah. So I'm actually still baking it. I've had to do it again because when I flipped it over, the bottom actually wasn't dry. So I've flipped it over and I'm cooking it again. My ornaments have finally finished drying, yay! I did literally only make 2. One as a backup to the other, just in case something bad happens, yeah. But they're all dry and they're super cute, not too thick, and the backs look okay as well. And now all I have to do is actually paint them, so that you can tell that they're snowmen, because that's what they're going to be. Yes. I probably won't be able to show that in this video, the final product, because yeah, in here, like, they're quite sturdy, but at the same time I feel like if you were to maybe drop them on cement, they would break, but that might just be because of how thin I made them. But I'm okay with that. I don't plan on dropping them on cement or something hard. So yeah, do with that with what you will. And I'm just so excited that they actually turned out really, really good. So yay! Now I just have to get to the dollar store to buy some small paints so I can actually paint them and make them look cute. But I am overall very happy with this, and I cannot wait to put the final touches. Yes, it doesn't need to be very big, although I wish it was bigger, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be bigger. It's as big as my palm, and yeah, I think it'll go good on my tree. Now that Mary is in bed, I'm going to finish watching The Crown. Or at least this episode of The Crown. I don't know if I will continue on to the next one. Depends on when Naoki gets back in here. But yeah, yay! I will catch you guys in my next vlog. Bye!